Hello, StarCraft fans. This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of Mid-Rank Madness, and a patron edition to boot. Today, we're going to have a game on Black Site 2E, and it is a 3v3, so let's introduce these players. What is going on? What is going on? Oh, just blocking off the ramps. Okay, so in the top left corner of Black Site, we have the red Terran player. It is Elite Grenader. His teammate, the blue Terran player, it is Taku. And his other teammate, the teal Terran player, Pumauno. Yep, something like that. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the yellow Terran player, gold member. Finally, a non-Terran player, Zerg, named Not E.G. Idra. And the orange Terran player, Loki. So many T's in this game. So many T's. And basically, the blue and the red is on a team, and then the yellow and orange are on a team. So that makes sense. I'm okay with this. Yellow and orange, easy to keep track of. I mean, the red's kind of close, but we'll do this. We will do this, you and me together, forever. Well, not forever, because this cast is not forever long, but if it was, I would be here forever with you. I am that dedicated. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of dedication, if you would like to show your support for the channel, for the Falcon Paladin Daily Legacy of the Void stuff, go ahead and sign up to be a patron at patreon.com/FalconPaladin. I'll put a link at the top right here. You can click on that. Even if you just pledged $1 a month, it would help me so much. If everybody here pledged $1 a month, it would be an incredible boon, allow me to do a lot more things with the channel, and everybody would be benefited thereby. Oh, do we have a Reaper? We have a Reaper from Pumauno. Is that the only Reaper in this game so far? Oh, it's a 3 Rax Reaper, though, out of Loki. Oh, this is going to be very interesting indeed. I don't know if I can name stuff in team games. There's just too much to keep track of. The reason I name things at all, in case you're wondering, like, Falcon, why do you name things? Because in the early stages of the game, it gets boring sometimes. There's not a lot going on, and so giving a Reaper a backstory name is nice. Giving Oracle a backstory name is nice. It gives them a little personality, gives us something to talk about while nothing is going on. But in these team games where a lot of stuff is happening, it's a lot of defensive Marines here from Goldmember, who is yellow, appropriately yellow. So Overlord scouts out the Reaper coming down from Pumauno and pings him. Nice scout, E.G. Idra. I mean, not E.G. Idra. Do want to point out that the reason this is being cast is because one of these players has pledged to me at for $10 a month on patreon.com/FalconPaladin, and I will cast one of his replays a month as long as he's subscribed. So it seems like a pretty darn near fair deal. This is going to be a good one. I feel it in my bones. Reaper not doing much of anything, which is a problem. Ling's chasing it after. Marine's going to catch it. Oh, this Reaper dead. Yeah. All right, good scout. Good scout. I mean, got some information about an expansion from the Zerg player, which, I mean, of course there's going to be an expansion. But this is just a ton of Marines. Ton of Marines from Team Bottom right here. Team Fall Colors, I think we'll call them. Is purple a fall color? Not really a fall color. And this is Team Ice, Team Winter in the top left, and this red kind of throws us off too. But we're going to do that. We're going to do Team Ice versus Team Fire, which is a reference to Game of Thrones, A Song of Fire and Ice. Which, man, holy smokes, that show. Ridiculous times. Ridiculous time. Not going to spoil anything, because I know some of you just aren't caught up with the Game of Thrones, which I understand. My boss, actually, he drives me nuts a little bit. He just waits till the whole season is over and the Blu-ray's available and then watches it then. So, like, we feel bad talking about it even weeks after. Stuff that's weeks old because Game of Thrones isn't over yet and the Blu-rays aren't out. I don't know. We're not that careful. I'm going to be honest with you. We are not that careful with spoilers around him because he made his choice. He made his bed and he can lie in it. Meanwhile, an expansion on the way from Gold Member. Loki already has his done, so 2 base for everybody in Team Fire. How about Team Winter? Everybody on 2 base? Everyone on the 2 base? No, wait, almost on the 2 base. Elite Grenader. Elite Grenader. Yeah, that's what it is. Elite Grenader. Yeah, Goldmember's 2nd base is not done quite yet either. So 3rd base on the way from Not E.G. Idra. What's he doing with his stuff? Getting evolution chambers. He already has speed for his links. He's going for a lair. He's going for additional gas. So no sign of a Roach Warren yet. No sign of a Hydralisk Den. Against all these Terrans, though, it's gotta be Banelings, doesn't it? Gotta be Banelings. Like, your Roach Ravager's not going to be wonderful after a certain point in this game. There are Cyclones out as well. But if you can get some nice Baneling hits on this large group of Marines that Elite Grenader has, or that Tiku has. Actually, Taku's meching it a bit here. Cyclones and Widow Mines. Oh, the Widow Mines are going to be real good against these Lings, though. Baneling Nest on the way. Also good against Banelings if you're not careful either. But a drop on the way from Gold Member, sneaking up this top side of the map. Going to drop inside Pumwano's base. There's really nothing to stop him from doing it. I don't see why he'd pass on this unless he's distracted by something else. There we go, boosting in. Element of surprise, ladies and gentlemen. Dropping the Marines on in here. Do they have anything? No upgrades at all. Unupgraded Marines, 6 of them. Going after these SCVs. SCVs are running in a really wrong direction here. Back into a corner. You need to run the other way. Pro tip from Falcon Paladin. And Marines do show up from Pumwano. Make him run away, but that's it. Pumwano loses a lot of stuff there. He's sitting on 29 Harvesters, which is actually more than Gold Member and Loki have, even though they haven't lost anything. So, good job, Pumwano. Might have over-SCV'd a little bit, but he's going to have a lot of Marines, a lot of medevacs, like a lot of Marines and a lot of medevacs very, very soon. Lings defensively here for not EG Idra. This is a pretty chill game for the first 5 minutes for a team game. Usually these are extremely rushy. I thought somebody was going to go 3-Rax Reaper for sure, but nope. Vikings in production for Elite Grenader, which is great for killing your opponent's medevacs. Wonderful, in fact. Just such a beautiful, brilliant decision to go for them Vikings. Also providing additional range for your tanks to see, but nobody actually has any tanks yet. Is that true? Of all the Terrans, oh, there's one. There's one Terran for a Loki, or one tank for Loki. All right, so good. There is a tank from Team Fire. Moving up, Banelings. Slow waddling their way on, and they don't even have speed yet, do they? They don't even have speed. Is he going to dropling this thing? Maybe? Maybe so? What was that just died? Something just died there. I'm not sure what it was at all. No, Baneling's just coming back home. Yeah, why? Okay, so the Overlords have speed. They are now speedy lords. They could do some Baneling Rain here in Pumwano's base. Was there Baneling Rain? Maybe? Maybe some Lings got in here? I don't know. Pumwano is really attracting all of the attention from Team Fire here. What are you doing? Loki's running around like he's under attack, but there's nothing from Team Ice in the bottom right-hand corner of this map at all. There's the Drop Lords. There is the Drop Lords. Baneling speed's on the way, but you don't need them if you're going to drop them on top of your targets. Can't run away. Can't run away from a speedy Overlord. The problem is there's not much here at this natural base for Pumwano. I mean, he's got 4 SCVs, and his main isn't that healthy either. He's got 9 up there. Did he lose a bunch more? He must have. He's down to 21. Maybe he's going for another drop of some kind. Meanwhile, sneaking down this left side is Team Ice. Oh, lock-on ability, getting rid of these Overlords. Widowmine's finishing them off. Sorry, not EG Idra. Not going to happen today. All right, so Baneling Rain with some medevac drops here, recognizing that everybody's away from home a little bit here. Going to drop in. They do have Stim now, making them so much more dangerous. Going to drop some Banelings and dropping Widowmines, focusing them down before they can burrow. Well played indeed by Gold Member. And this base for Pumwano's in a lot of trouble. But guess who's here? Team Ice is here. Calling it a red player Team Ice is really bad news. But this tank rocking these Marines, really hurting them. But working together pretty well there. Meanwhile, up top, we got Loki and Gold Member. Widowmines, oh, decimating that Marine Corps. Defensive Widowmines, huge there. Mass Cyclone with Widowmine support. No Lings, you can't defend this at all. Absolutely not. Loki's going to lose his third base. I don't see how he saves it at all. These Marines are super overstimmed from Loki. Did he not bring any... Did he not bring anything with him? No medevacs at all? I don't know. Either way, Gold Member has a handful of Marines remaining. Is going to go ahead and retreat at this point. Marching right into the center of not EG Idra's base is Elite Grenader. Trying to defend her some Hydras and some Queens, which... in these numbers, not going to work out too well, especially not with the stutter step action of the Marines with Stim and +1/+1 at the same time here by Elite Grenader. Defensive Marines and tanks from Loki, but the Cyclones are a problem. They actually can't focus down the tanks here. Coming from somewhere is Gold Member. Gonna try to kill as many drones as possible before he's forced to retreat. Is Elite Grenader, our red Terran player from Team Ice. But everyone's going to die anyway, and now these medevacs are going to die too because Marines are pretty good against air stuff. And so are Spore Crawlers. So nicely done. Nicely held. That could have been a lot worse for Team Fire there, but Team Ice is retreating home. Not replacing this natural base that was lost to the attack from just a few minutes ago, unfortunately, is Pumwano. Really probably should do that. Does he have enough money to do it? I don't know, because I don't think that's representative of his money count. Because notice if I click on somebody else, it's the same money count. Oh, no, it's not. All right, so never mind. Pumwano doesn't have enough money to do it. Anyway, did we zoom? I feel like we zoomed in for a second, but we didn't. I don't think we did. I don't think we did. Elite Grenader throwing up a base at this gold location. Very nice for him. 1, 2, 3. here. Just fairly safe, but it is in the middle, and some low ground harass can be a concern. I love the Zelnaga Watchtower in the very center of all these gold bases too, center of the map. It's fantastic. I don't know what your hiders are going to do, Idra. I really don't. Against all these tanks and these Thors and these Marines, Goldmember's throwing up a gold of his own here in Gold Central Land. There are actually 6 gold bases in the middle of the map here, interestingly enough. Hiders and Lings coming against these tanks. Usually not a bad combination, but not at these numbers is the problem. And all the Hydras, man, running for their lives. Get out of there. Get the heck out of there. Pumwano having some high ground advantage with medevac support against the Marines of Goldmember. +1 is done, making his guys a little bit better than Pumwano's +1 attack only dudes. He might not want to be here. Oh, the Widow Mines, the Widow Mine trap. Goldmember does not fall for it. He doesn't fall for the Widow Mine trap. Are you kidding me? No, Falcon, he's not kidding you. Not even the tiniest bit. Tanks on the low ground. Tanks versus tank. Taku and Goldmember going at it from Team Fire and Team Ice. High ground tanks at the same time here from Loki joining the battle. I love this positioning. We got to zoom this sucker out. Hang on. Zoom it out. There it is. Zooming out. Everybody going Marine tank like crazy people right now, which makes a lot of sense because it's a lot of TTT action. And Zerg player trying to go Hydra, which, again, I'm still not hugely sure of. 8 Banelings is a little bit of a better situation if I had to make a choice. And here we go. Baneling trying to get a couple hits off on these Marines. Nicely done. The tanks are a problem. Baneling's getting target fired down expertly by our red Terran player, Elite Grenadier. He's on Team Ice, even though he's red. Ladies and gentlemen, so solid job. I mean, anybody who can do that, who can target fire down Banelings, gets my respect. It's all of the respect I can offer them. Meanwhile, got Marines and tanks. Basically, everybody's going Marine and tank except for our Zerg player, who has another base. He managed to get a 4th. I think he lost his 3rd. Got a 4th up as well. Planetary Fortress done here for Goldmember at his gold base location. Going to be very useful against Marines that might try to kill it. Not as useful against tanks, as it turns out. Loki's got a gold base of his own here. It's very close quarters if you want a gold. I think tanks from one gold base can hit the mineral patches of the other gold base. Really, no questions asked. Yeah, no questions asked whatsoever here. So continuing tank production. Working on +3 ship plating is Taku from Team Ice. So that's pretty fantastic. Getting a Spire, switching it up a little bit here is not EG Idra. And both teams taking a bit of a breather. Although there is a small drop. Well, there was a small drop from Pumwano here at not EG Idra's base. But then it turned out there were a bunch of Hydras there, and it didn't work out too well. Oh, here we go. Tank versus tank from these gold bases. This is great. This is amazing. Can anybody hit anybody? No, just out of the range of everybody else. So that's pretty fantastic. Tanks having a bit of a cold war here. Mutually assured destruction. Taku. Oh, Taku's starting to encroach upon Goldmember's gold base here in gold base land. He's got a lot of tanks. He has a lot of additional vision here too, but nobody's in range of anything right now. That's a lot of tank. And the high ground tanks and the Widow Mines and the Thors. Oh, goodness. I like this position from Taku here. Is he going to go in? I would not go in there with those Cyclones. It's a bad thing. Okay, so Goldmember does try to get some additional vision here, but getting chased away by the lock-on ability of the Cyclones. Liberator sets up shop and is actually going to kill a tank. Don't see that every day. Cyclones on the high ground. Pew, 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 pew. Goodbye. SCVs here at the gold base for Goldmember. They do retreat to a good location. Liberator starting to whittle those suckers down. Has 2 tank kills right now. Can't get close enough to engage because there's a missile turret here. Just barely close enough to engage. Marines come forward. Liberator, unsupported, does get burned out of the sky. Huge attack here. Marines, tanks. Wow, from Elite Grenadier going into this gold base of Loki's. Can Ling, Baneling, Hydra handle it? Can it save the day? Banelings are crashing on top of tanks, which is not what you want in all reality. Meanwhile, tanks are setting up for Taku. They have taken down the Planetary Fortress. Huge, major problem. Hydralisks picking out medevacs out of the sky. If you could do that, you're in a good position. Supported by Marines from Loki as well. +1/+1 on those guys. Thor production continuing for Taku. He is the one who's going mech right now. If I had to label him as anything, the one who's going for mech. Can this seriously not hit these SCVs? This tank right here? No. Elite Grenadier this close to losing about 6 SCVs. Marines trying to run. Oh, Pumwano gets rid of that gold base. Finishes it off. That Loki was trying to hold. A bit of a punch to the face for sure for Team Fire. Meanwhile, Pumwano coming in against a Hydra Marine army with some Queen support. Medevacs are gone, and that means your Marines are very closely following afterward. Kill the healer, right? That's what they always say. In Team Fortress, kill the healer. I know the big warrior guy, the big army soldier dude is a bigger target, and he's scarier, but kill the healer. I remember Penny Arcade from years ago. That was a public service announcement about that one. Marine versus Marine. Loki's upgrades versus Elite Grenadiers upgrades. Not as good, but somehow wins anyway. Sometimes numbers matter, you guys. Corruptor's out for not EG Idra, getting rid of these Liberators very, very nicely. And the Hydras themselves on +2/+2, which is pretty fantastic against small numbers of Marines. And even tanks, actually. Chasing these tanks down. Look at that speed with muscular augments. Can they take down this base is the question of the day. I think they can. This tank's going to die very quickly. Not enough Marines to defend. More Marines are coming. This is not a planetary fortress either. Using caustic spray on the planetary fortress. There is no saving it. Not EG Idra taking it down like a boss. And then making Broodlords. Ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, Bailing's going all the way up here to Elite Grenadiers base, which is insane. There are so many scans going on. I can't even handle it. Cannot keep track of how many scans there are and from who right now. But this is going to be 8 Broodlords. And again, injured Broodlord Cocoons, injured Corruptors turn into full health Broodlords. That's a nice thing about upgrades, about morphing into new stuff. Same thing with Banelings, same thing with Roaches going into Ravagers. It's fantastic. All right, so what anti-air do you have is the question of the day. He scans and he sees it. He sees the Broodlords and says, oh, snap, we got to begin that Viking production. Your window's very small here, not EG Idra. Are you trying to... Oh, there is a big attack. He's got to deal with Taku's base. There are several Thors here that are not in single target anti-air mode, though. They're splash damaging it, which is not good if you're trying to deal with the Broodlords. Also, Taku's trying to expand without really leaving much to defend it, and he's going to lose it to Broodlings and Hydralisks very, very quickly. Yes, incredibly quickly. So here we go. All that's left is a single Thor here and several tanks. The Broodlords will make quick work of them. More Broodlords joining the party for Idra. This did save. This did stop this army of Taku in its tracks. But it's allowing Team Ice to make Vikings. Double pumping them right now is Pumwano. Double pumping them is Elite Grenadier. You have to support these Broodlords or they're just going to die. Oh, the Marines coming in. Getting that action from the ground there. Can they get rid of all the Broodlord support from Hydralisks? Trying to pick them off. Liberators getting that splash damage out at the same time. Everybody is going to die, but several Broodlords falling as well. So good job protecting them, not allowing them to get completely wiped out. Team Fire, that was very nice to see. More tanks joining the party for Taku, but with these Broodlords in the sky, tanks are not what you want. Tanks are not what you want. Vikings are what you want. Extra damage versus armored stuff, which is what this Broodlord is. And Ling, oh, so many Widow Mines. So many Widow Mines for Taku. You know what triggers Widow Mines, though, is Broodlings, and Broodlings from Broodlords are free. So it's kind of nice. You can trigger all the Widow Mines and then take them down. Not EG Idra has a gold base. Who else has a gold base? Loki's working on a gold base, but nobody else has one. It is hard to hold these gold bases, ladies and gentlemen. Gold member replacing his that he lost previously. And the more time you're allowing Team Ice to set up here, the worse it's going to be for you. Unless you completely tech switch out of Broodlords, right? That'd be interesting. If you just completely tech switch out of these guys. It'd be a good time. All right, Hydra, Ling, Broodlord versus so many Widow Mines. Is he trying to get the Widow Mines to explode on the Broodlords? It works! Oh, all the Broodlords but one are completely dead. Ling's running out of here, trying to get rid of these Widow Mines that rid the world of those Broodlords. What an amazing hit there. Oh, that hurts. That hurts immensely. Hydra chasing. Gold member says, nice. Yeah, they cleaned it up, but they lost all their stuff. Not EG Idra sitting on 150 supply, which is not what you want, but could be worse. Could be worse at the 19-minute mark of this game. Gold member happily mining from that gold. The point of this right now is that Team Fire with Zerg has a lot of bases. They have 3 gold bases, 4 gold bases they're sitting on right now that are almost actively mining from. Whereas Team Ice is starting to get mined out. They have effectively 1 mining base they've got, but everything else is looking very sparse for these guys at the 20-minute mark. It makes a lot of sense. Ling's trying to get in there. Hydra is trying to get in there as well. Single Broodlord. Maybe not as good. Hydralisk trying to stand against a mass Thor Marine Widowmine army. Not going to happen. I know you have 90 hit points, Marines, but it's not going to happen. Not even in the teeniest, tiniest bit. Vikings chasing the Broodlords down. Marines chasing the Broodlords down. More Broodlords have joined the party. There are 4 of them. This is getting pretty scrappy right now. Marines versus Thor is usually pretty good. Thor not as great against these low HP units like Lings, like Hydralisks. They're more of her heavy hitters against things like Roaches. And it looks like they pushed them back. Pushed back is Team Ice here. More tanks and Marines showing up for gold member. Liberators joining the party. Good micro. Getting the Marines out of the circles of death. Well, sort of. Mostly out of the circles of death. It's a great job. Some Lings and Corrupts are trying to join the party. Widow Mines are firing all over these Lings. Widow Mine kills. I wish I could just see how many units died to Widow Mines in this game. Because I know individual Widow Mines have some kills, but it's just not what you want. I need like large reports. How is it going to work out? Coming on in again, the Broodlords trying to fire on the Widow Mines, getting out of range fairly well. Lings also distracting them, sacrificing themselves. So the Broodlords end up alive. Broodlords are still hanging right now. They are throwing down Broodlings. They are chomping up everything that there is. +2/+2 on these dudes, pulling back. Scan revealing what they're dealing with. Working together fairly well here as Team Fire at this tiny little choke leading into Taku's base. And that's it. Taku has left the game. Leak Grenaders also gone. And who are we waiting for? The Widow Mines. Oh, the Banelings and the Widow Mines. What carnage. What carnage. Pumano's still in. Pumano still thinks he can do this. He's got Marines. But guess who else has Marines? Goldmember. Goldmember also has Marines. He's trying to control everybody else. Everybody else back here. Pumano is not going to go home. Not going to go home at all. Trying to attack it on the other side is Loki because you can't defend both places at once with your small army right now, Pumano. I'm sorry. The Widow Mines, though, are going to fire. Jeez. Widow Mine, good unit. Ladies and gentlemen, really good unit. Tanks firing on those Widow Mines from distance. That's one way to handle them. Tanks defending here for Taku. +3 armor is a lot of armor. Marines trying to get rid of the tanks from close up, but Widow Mines clearing them out at the same time. Tanks setting up for a Loki. It's a slow push inward against Team Ice. I mean, army value right now is 68, 55, and 93 for Team Ice, and plummeting by the second here. More Broodlords joining the party. Hydralisks coming in here as well. Liberators trying to see where they can set up, and that's it. Pumano's out. Not EG, Idra, Goldmember, and Loki are your victors today on Black Site 2E. What a game. What an absolutely wonderful example of a mid-rank madness game and a team game to boot. Team game to boot. Wow, look at this. Not EG, Idra ended up losing 32,000 resources. The next closest person was 25 from Taku and Team Ice there. So 19, 25, and 23 for Team Ice. That hurts. And then Team Fire, 32, 16, and 14. So I think it averaged out pretty even. Just the ability to push Team Ice off of these gold bases and take them for themselves was humongous. This is a good map for team games, I'd say, for that very reason. You can control these gold bases, you pretty much win the game. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another edition of Mid-Rank Madness and a Patreon edition to boot. I've said to boot a lot, haven't I? So go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
guides us. Me with you, you with me. We are as one. From order we find justice. Our duty is unending. I feel your presence. We are as one. I sense a soul. Soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Inshallah adu. The path of ascension is before us. Guides us. Me with you, you with me. We are as one. I sense a soul. Soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala adu. Sense a soul. A soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala adu. I sense a soul. A soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala adu. Nasleranus, Nasleran, Kialatu. Casar di Templare, Garamanaka. Shara Sashina.